Hi everyone, मैं हूँ अरमान मलिक and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Well, on huge popular demand, we have with us superstar Armaan Malik. He's the sort of response that he gets on Bollywood Hungama and throughout the industry is something that I think very few musicians must be getting. His song has just come out, Theher Ja, and from October, and it's just topping the charts. I just saw on YouTube it was trending. I think on 5th or something like that, and I'm sure that it's going to be going on number 1 very soon. Pleasure having you back, Armaan.
How are you?
I'm very good.
Always good to be talking to you.
Same here. Seriously. And I must tell you this, it's an outstanding song. आपने ये क्या आपने जादू कर दिया? क्या exactly everyone is talking about it?
Actually ये जादू खुद से हो गया है क्योंकि मैंने कभी expect नहीं किया था कि I would be a part of October. Right. Ever since the first poster came out, like we were discussing, कि the poster was so intriguing. I just wished internally because I always wanted to sing for Varun. I think I've expressed that before in one of your interviews also. So when I saw the poster and I saw his picture in it and him lying down on that grass, and I was just looking at that poster and thinking कि I think एक गाना होना चाहिए इस फिल्म में. मतलब I should sing one song.
Right.
And it's just a offhanded wish of mine which just happened to come true, and finally I'm singing for October because I've always wanted to sing for Varun. I think God ne sun li. And it happened in the most amazing manner because this song is very refreshing for me as a singer also.
Right.
We sing a lot of songs, but this one is different, and I can be very honest about it that when I went to this recording studio, I felt the vibes very different, and sometimes you know the vibes when you just hear the song.
No,
and I think that is what has happened to this song, and I just tweeted it out, and I've got so many messages from people saying that they have kept it on repeat because it's more like a loop rather than a song. It's become a part of their system.
No, it's happening with me honestly. And in fact, जब खत्म होने लगता है तो घबराहट से होती है कि यार जल्दी से फिर से start करो. So
and actually उसका timing भी ऐसा है कि it's like around 2.5 minutes. So you feel कि
2 minutes 41 seconds.
Oh, आपने बाहर कर लिया.
जी. 2 minutes 41 seconds.
Awesome. So you feel like repeating it again.
No, it is.
That's the thing.
Okay, so as we were discussing short while back that I think कुछ गाने होते हैं जो कि that everything just falls into place.
Yeah.
The music arrangements are very simple and it's something which is like Western in its own way, which is delightfully Western. The lyrics are really nice, simple lyrics, but they're extremely meaningful. The composition has flowed very nicely. And even in terms of your singing, I think you're mixing from whatever I understand, because we've discussed your singing style a lot in the past. Western as well as a bit of Indian touch.
Yes.
In a wonderful manner. So if you can just talk about the arrangements, the lyrics, the music composition and your singing.
The kind of production that this song, Abhishek Arora is the composer for all those who want to know who's composed this track. It's composed by Abhishek and it's written by Abhiruchi. She's previously written Buddhu Sa Man for me from Kapoor and Sons. And from that kind of a song, for her to write this song for me, also I was really taken aback because what she's written is, many people might consider it as a very simple writing, but there's a lot of meaning hidden within those words. साल बदला हाल बदला तेरे आने से, जिंदगी का ख्याल बदला तेरे आने से. So it's just in those 4-5 lines she's expressed a lot of in between emotions that love that many people can't express with using a lot of heavy words and a lot of bigger sentences. So big kudos to Abhiruchi for that. And the production style is very European. If you hear, it's got funk guitars, it's got a bass line happening, and it's got a simple kick. And in the starting of the song, there's one ta-da, ta-da. It's got this very brooding theme which is happening, and you sort of just get into a different mood and different space. So very crucial in the song was the production, which many people negate when they're making a song. They feel that the song is the key and the production, whatever we put, will become hit. That's not the case. The production is very important. How you treat sonically the song is very important. How other people will perceive the song and listen to the song, because you're liking the song not only because of the composition but also because of the treatment of the song.
100%. Even in terms of your singing for that matter. So it looks simple because I think that's the idea that everyone can just start singing themselves. But it's not that easy to sing in the first place because you are putting in a certain Western tonality to it, which is not easy.
And for this one, actually, I like in today's times, we don't do it in one take. We do a lot of punch-ins where we feel that a little bit of my breath is going. We'll put in another line there, and you know how it works.
Right.
So for this song particularly, I tried that for the first take, and the feel was not coming right. So I just told Abhishek, just play the song from start. Let me feel as if I'm singing this on a concert. And I sang the whole song, and that's how we recorded the song.
Okay.
So I wanted to share this with you. Not many people will know how the intricacies behind, singing a song in the studio. We all know that we do a lot of editing now in today's times, where we punch in a lot of lines because technology has helped us to do that.
Right.
In the earlier times, people used to sing in one go. And I told Abhishek, why not do that once and let's just try? Because I feel, I heard the song for half an hour till it got into my system. And many a times when a singer comes to know that he has to sing a song, they get very less time because studio time 2 घंटे में खत्म हो जाता है, आपको इसी 2 घंटे में खत्म करना है गाना. So that pressure is always that I have to finish the song. This time it was Abhishek's own home studio, so I said, let's take some time, let's get the song in our system.
Correct.
So I took like half an hour, 45 minutes for the song to be in my system. I told him, just play it in one go, let me just sing it. We took 2 full takes of the song. And then we took some good sections from here and there.
Correct.
But when I sang it as one take because I felt that the song was a vibe. And if you don't sing it in a space like as if you're singing on a concert, and there's one part, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Exactly.
So that part felt as if I was at a concert.
Is that your input or is it part of the composition?
So basically, they told me to freak out, and as a singer, I did my own thing there.
Right, and you experiment in that as well in terms of variation.
Yes, definitely.
You end on a different note altogether.
So the first woe that comes is a normal woe, and the second one which comes at the end of it, I've done a ooh, ooh,
yeah.
I've done a falsetto there.
Right,
so that's a little bit of a Western thing. When I'd gone to Berkeley College, I had learned a lot of stuff. So
must have.
I've used those things.
Definitely. When you have someone like Varun Dhawan who gives I think a lot of importance to the singer, to the composer, the entire team behind the music, and I think he's always done it. I still remember when he was doing some song with Amal, so he had come to your home and he sat with him.
He'd come for the mixing and programming and everything.
Yes, and then after that he just posts the pictures and stuff like that. So is it motivating? Is it encouraging?
I think I've worked closely with Varun when we were working on the songs for Badri because Amal was composing and producing it, and I was there during the process of recording and all.
Correct.
When I worked with him on this song, I could see the kind of efforts that he as an actor is also putting in, even though this is not his department. It's a music department when I'm singing, but he's so concerned about everything, not only about just the song or the singing, but also about the production, about, whether, do you think this beats are matching? Do you think this volume can come up? And these are questions that an actor usually would never, pose. They will either feel that I'm not feeling the song or I'm feeling the song.
Correct.
That's as simple as they would get. But till the last minute, me and Varun were discussing about where we can improve the mixing of the song and should the voice be a little airy. So if you hear in the song, I've not full-throatedly sung. There's a little bit of an airy texture, which was a common decision that we had taken. It'll work for the vibe of the song. So these kind of things, I think it's a pleasure to work with Varun. He's so hands-on on everything. He's involved from not only the song, also to the promotions. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just every aspect of filmmaking or every aspect of films that he's involved in, he's there and he's doing it.
I think this is one film that he is very, very kicked about because it's presenting him in a very different light.
Definitely.
He has not been done before.
And for me, this was an opportunity to sing a song in a very different movie and a different... This is a romantic song, but the genre is very different.
It is. It's about life as well. It's not merely romantic. It is about life as well.
And even if you hear it, if you dissect the sound of it, it's very, very different from a normal Indian romantic song.
It is definitely.
So I'm glad that I've also tread into a different territory with this song. And with the kind of music that's been happening since the last 6 months, we all were really waiting for a new kind of a sound, new kind of a vibe to kick in. And I think Theher Ja has come with a fresh vibe.
The best part about this song is that it doesn't have any age to it.
Yeah.
It is like a teenager can relate to it and can really freak out on it because of that beat.
Yeah.
You know what beat I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can be with anyone, like beat
Definitely.
of any age group whatsoever, because it has that journey vibe to it. As you were telling me that a friend of yours
and the
was
simplicity.
listening to it in the car non-stop.
Yeah.
Simplicity is amazing. you know, we've taken questions till the last count. There were more than 1,200 of them.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that it must have exceeded that now.
How do you filter all this?
Yeah, the best thing that I must mention is that I don't filter it myself. There's a team of mine who does it for me, so I'm safe. So
Faridoon sir's team is really helpful.
Yeah.
And they have shortlisted the best questions.
Yeah, so उसमें जो भी blame करना है आप उन लोगों को
Yeah,
कर
so
सकते हैं,
don't
मुझको
feel
नहीं कर
sad
सकते।
कि आपका question नहीं आया
ऐसा
इसमें.
कुछ नहीं है कि that anyone has been preferential, so we don't know any of them that किसका रखा गया है.
Awesome, let's
okay,
go
so we'll
for
come
it.
to that. This is Shahina from Mauritius.
Okay.
Sing more duet songs with Neeti Mohan, please. Armaan Neeti collaboration is the best one.
So we had done तुम्हें अपना बनाने का and प्यार मांगा है and सौ आसमान together. These are the 3 songs that we've done together. So hopefully in the future we'll be doing more and more collabs.
And even you, I think you guys performed in Dubai.
We performed in Dubai also.
Right.
Yes, you were there for that. We
Yeah.
performed for the Rahman concert in Dubai, and I
Right.
think that was a great experience.
Definitely. Okay, and I think, you know, even as artists, you guys looked good together because
Yeah.
that's something that maybe is slightly missing in India.
Definitely.
But music stars,
It's
they-
very
they're
important that apart from the music, your persona is also very important. How
Ji.
you carry yourself as an artist and what's your body language is also
Yeah,
very important.
that's true.
That's very important.
Okay, now I don't know if it's the name of this guy, but it's Romer Bapat Romer.
Okay.
So the name is not there, but anyway. What is this new trend of old songs being recreated? Has Bollywood lost its true musical talents or lyricists, and music directors are neglected in the industry? What's your take on this? Recreation of songs.
Well, for a long time, recreations have been happening, and I have been a part of a lot of recreations. Actually, the 3 songs that I mentioned that I did with Neeti, 2 of them are recreations.
Right.
Pyar Manga Hai and Tumhe Apna Banane Ka.
Right.
But what I really like about those are that it's very well tastefully done. It's very important if you're doing a recreation, you have the essence of the old song, you bring something new to it, but that vibe that the old song had created, it should not get lost in
Correct.
in the recreation. So the only thing is that only disappointing thing is that the volume of recreations has increased in the last
Correct.
6 months.
Right.
They were happening once every 6 months before, but now every album has a
Some
recreation.
recreations, yeah.
Like if there are 5 songs, there's like 3 recreations and 2 originals. So the recreations eat into the original songs.
Correct.
And recreations used to happen in non-film songs before. If you remember, Wo Chali, Neeraj Sridhar had done,
ji haan.
and Sophie Chaudhary had done a few recreations. So those are non-film songs. But the problem is now it's happening in film songs.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's in non-film songs, it's fine. I mean, it used to happen before also, so we can't
Ji.
complain that it's happening now. But the problem is film songs where composers have the ability to make original songs. That shouldn't, not the volume, the quantity of recreation should definitely come down is what I feel.
Okay.
But if you're doing a recreation, it should be tastefully done. Because I don't think that Tumhe Apna Banane Ka got so much flack because it was
No, it was nice.
It was beautifully crafted.
Right.
So it's very important that someone who's doing the recreation, puts together the song in a nice way.
No, definitely. It's very important because now 1, 2, 3 is getting a lot of flack right now. Even like someone like Shreya
I've not
Ghoshal
actually
has-
checked it out, but
Shreya Ghoshal has sung it and the reaction is not positive at all actually. Okay, now this is @Priyanka Arm22, the name is not given, from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. What is the most useful skill that you have ever learned?
Just I was discussing with you before we started this interview, the most useful skill that I've actually learned was not wasting my voice given the opportunity in the whole day. I mean, I'm talking to you right now, but I could have been talking louder. I'm talking to you in a very controlled way. So
Softer.
that conserves my voice. And actually, I remember my dadi was narrating to me a few days back that Mohammad Rafi Saab, he, after his recording, he used to not speak to anyone. He used to be quiet. And
Wow, okay.
that's how he used to conserve his voice, because he used to believe that singing and being able to sing is a blessing from God and it's a gift. So gift ko zaya mat karo is what used to be.
No, definitely.
That's what Dadi told me. So I think that's one of the
No,
things
it's wonderful.
that I've learned. And even Sonu Nigam taught me that. Salim Merchant,
Salim
they have been
Sulaiman.
my mentors. So they have told me, even when I'm on stage, that let the mic do the projection of the voice and you should conserve. And because ultimately a voice is a muscle. Guitars का restring हो सकता है, stringing,
आवाज
लेकिन
का नहीं
voice का नहीं हो सकता.
क्या बात
So we,
Because I think ये कहते हैं कि that vocals maybe are the best instrument that
Yeah.
musical instrument. Vocals are the best.
Definitely, and we can vary it according to any instrument. But for us to be able to do that, it has to be a healthy muscle. So for it to be singing, I mean, the greats sang for like 40, 50 years, and here we see vocal problems happening in like just 5 years, 6 years
That's
because
true.
of bad vocal, health. So that's an interesting question, and I got a different
Take on it.
Take on it.
Definitely. Okay, this is Anita from Mumbai. Armaan, any plan for a live show in your hometown, Mumbai?
Wow, yeah. Mumbai, actually, I've missed out on in terms of live shows. I've done a lot of live shows everywhere in India and abroad also. But Mumbai has not happened for some reason or the other. But definitely, what's her name?
Anita.
Anita. Okay, Anita, very soon it will happen. My promise to you.
Okay, this is Nehal Bajaj from Mumbai. How do you manage when work is overloaded? And I want to say, love you, Angel. Blessed to have best idol like you.
Okay,
You
so
are
the
my inspiration.
So the
Too many
second part
hearts
is not
and
a
everything
question, basically.
Too many hearts and everything, like kisses and everything flying. How do you deal with all this adulation and kisses and flirtations?
It's
during a day?
good. I mean, what I
अभी 1200 तो मैं भी टैग किया गया हूँ तो मैंने भी बहुत सी चीजें देखी हैं. This is like मतलब embarrassing after a point of time.
I love it. I mean, any guy in my place loves the adulation from women and females. But
Right.
I don't take it in any wrong way or think I'm like crazy superstar or whatever. Like
Correct.
that way I'm very level-headed. I mean, my dad has taught me to treat success, failure the same way. So that way I know that this all is really genuine love, but I don't get affected by it in any negative way. I really enjoy it and I interact with them in a very healthy manner. So I think that's good.
No, definitely. And how would you do? Just reply to her that how do you manage?
So we went into the second
When
part of the
work
question,
is
which
so-
is not a question.
Yeah. But I think that's a genuine one as well. So how do you manage when work is overloaded?
That's actually very tough. I've actually been struggling with that the past few days. I've not got a lot of sleep. So the main thing is I have obviously, like you said, you have a team who sorts you out. I have a team who helps me sort my day out and tell me what time pe kya hai.
Correct.
And we always try to see if whether in between I get 2 hours to just sleep, because sleep is very important. And like I told you, voice rest also, because ultimately even talking affects my voice. So it's very important that whenever I get time, I just rest and no talking and solitary, no phones also. Even though I'm like a social media addict, I have to like close everything and just rest.
No, that's a very focused approach actually, which is wonderful. Okay, this is interesting. This is Janani Vijay Kumar from Chennai, India.
Okay.
Do you keep experimenting with your voice and style of singing because you sing in so many genres and everything is perfect? You've done a song for Nawazuddin,
Yes, I have.
and you're doing for
And
both-
wo
both the
actually,
songs are
that's
different.
based on rag, on a rag. It's called Rag Jog, which is very heavily rooted in Indian classical music. And this is something which is Western,
Correct.
Theher Ja. So I guess that's her question. How do I switch between that? I owe that to my training, because I've trained all my life in Indian classical. And when I was 14 is when my voice also was changing. Guys, when they touch 13, 14, their voice starts becoming deeper and deeper, and the higher scales start becoming a little tougher to reach, and your whole voice changes. So that time I invested in singing Western music. So I think both have really merged well, and I'm able to do that switch over. Like if someone asks me to do an Indian murki, I can do that, and sometimes if they tell me to do an R&B run or something like a falsetto, I can switch over between that. It's because of the training in both these departments. But having said that, I want to say that Indian classical is the base
that is
as a
always-
singer.
That is like a amazing. There's so much of depth in that actually. This is Sunena from San Francisco, California. Are you planning to release an album with just English songs, so you make your way into Hollywood? You know you have the potential.
Yeah, that is in the offing actually. So I've always shared with my fans that I write a lot of songs in English.
Right.
And it's been a dream of mine to sing in English and do a lot of international stuff. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes right, probably in the next 2 years, you'll see me
Great.
doing a lot of international stuff and collabs.
That is wonderful. Okay, this is Nargis from Mumbai. What things gives you happiness like no one else?
I'm easily happy. There are very few things that give me happiness, and I'm surrounded only by that.
Ji.
My family is my strength and happiness. My music is my happiness, and my pet is also
You have a dog, yeah.
handsome Malik.
Handsome Malik.
So he gives me a lot of happiness as well. So I have three things that I'm always happy about, and those keep me really, really happy, and I don't need anything else.
All right, this is Habiba from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How was your experience working with A.R. Rahman sir? You've done 2.0.
Yes.
Song for 2.0.
Well, the first time I was actually very nervous was when I was recording for Rahman sir, because for any singer, I mean, it feels like you're going for an examination because he is a legend,
Right.
and you want to be on your A game when you're recording for him. So whenever you're recording, you want to make sure that your voice is perfect and you've done your riyaz and
Sure.
you go into the studio prepared. But for this song, Mechanical Sundari, it was very much not an Indian kind of a song, like in terms of its approach. I had to sing in a Western swing. So for me, that also comes very naturally, as you've also mentioned, that the Western approach to my singing helps me mold myself into different
You
genres.
started with Jai Ho with that.
Yeah, Tumko To Aana Hi Tha, which was Love You Till the End, which was the song from Jai Ho. So that recording went very easily. Rahman sir himself was, when I was doing the show in Dubai, I was...
He mentioned you in a different light. I noticed that.
Yeah, so I went originally to sing two songs, Mechanical Sundari and this one, Satrangi Re, which was his song from Dil Se,
Right.
which Sonu ji had sung. So when he came on the second day for the rehearsal, one day the whole band was doing the rehearsal, second day he came. And he asked me what songs I'm singing, because he was not aware of what I was singing on his show. I said, I was singing these two songs, Satrangi and Mechanical. So he told, 2 more songs you'll prepare and we'll do it. And I was like, I've not learned them. He told, no, you'll learn it. So that was a little challenging thing, because Masak Kali and Matar Gashti, I had not properly learned those songs.
Correct.
But I learned it that night, and next day I performed it in front of you. So
Right, it went very well.
it went really well. And I mean, when you have such a personality in front of you, you want to put your best foot forward, and you put a lot of effort. And I think he brings the best out of everyone who's around him. So even if you see the musicians, Ranjit Barot or whoever's his band, they're like A-class musicians, and they bring their A game into the concert.
He got like a superstar's response, yeah. The sort of security that he had that night. Like I was like, what the hell? It was something else. But he gave you a lot of respect.
Yes,
I noticed that on
definitely.
stage, and it was very apparent that he treated you differently. Okay, this is Shashi from Mumbai. Hi Armaan, I'm a big fan of your voice. How does it feel to be part of such illustrious musical family background? Do you ever feel the pressure of taking the legacy forward? Malik Saab, your I think grandfather, from what I understand.
Sardar Malik Saab. Yeah.
Sardar Malik Saab. He was I think one of the finest music composers. Did less work.
He did,
but he did some really classic work.
In 60s and 70s, I think his major work had happened.
Right.
And he worked with the likes of Mukesh a lot.
Right.
Who happens to share, me and him share the same birthday, Mukesh ji and me.
22nd
of July.
Achha, okay.
And my dada was like elated that I was on the same birthday, because his favorite singer was Mukesh Shah, and he had sung Saranga Teri Yaad Mein, which is a very beautiful song, which I would like to do someday in my own style and dedicate it to my dada. And I mean, there's no pressure of the legacy. I know that whatever we have done till now, we have definitely, wherever he is, I'm sure he's proud of whatever music we've put out. And especially Main Rahun Ya Na Rahun was a song dedicated to him, because it's very much his style of composing. So I think there's no pressure as such. I'm really proud to be belonging from the Malik family, and we have some really, if the collection of our music, if it's there on a CD, I think we have some really, really amazing tunes coming from my dad, my uncle, Anu Malik, my dada, then Amal's music, which has recently been released in the last 2-3 years. Yeah. So
even Anmol Malik, I think
Anmol is my cousin.
She's got a good voice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think all the music in the family is really, really amazing, and there's no pressure as such. But we definitely want the world to know what the Maliks music is.
No, 100%.
So with whatever song we're doing, I'm sure that we're making Dada proud. So
No, must definitely. There's no doubt about that. This is Nidhi Vohra from New Delhi, India. How does it feel when you invite us on Insta live session and you see crazy reaction of your fans? How does it feel?
You know this feature of Instagram Live that you can involve another person on your live and do a live session with them.
Yes,
So I've recently done that on 2 live sessions previously.
Okay.
So I've invited a fan of mine onto my live session and we've had a chat on the live session. So that's what she's asking, like how was the experience of that? And it's amazing. I mean, sometimes the fans have declined my request. I must say this.
Acha.
They've declined because I'll tell you why. Many of them are really shy of coming on camera. So I've also told on the Insta Live that, you know, you need to muster a lot of courage to come on camera also. I understand that.
Right.
So, and I randomly choose them. So it's not like I know those fans in person, like I know them by name. I just scroll through whoever has sent me a request to join on the live session and just choose them. So I chose one fan from Punjab, and one was from Delhi, and one was from out of India.
Okay.
And it was amazing to see the reactions from them. And I always ask them which song is favorite of theirs, and they've always given different songs. And so it's good. And I asked one person, and he said he loves Main Hu Hero Tera, but he said sad version. So I was like really taken aback because not many people have heard the sad version, which is also on the different platforms.
Correct.
Everyone's heard the original version, but the sad version, he particularly said that I love the sad version. So it's good that you get to know from all the fans what they like about you.
Yeah,
and music.
and that's one song that Salman Khan is extremely he loves it like anything.
Definitely, yeah.
I've
it's
seen
part
him.
of his.
He performs to that all the time.
Yeah.
Even during his show that
Dabang
he's doing
tour,
right now, he's doing it all the time. This one is interesting. This is Noor from Karachi, Pakistan. If you were to date a fan, who would you? Please say Noor, my Juliet. And then there are those
hearts and crying and okay, wow.
That's what like emotion packed हो जाता है मामला एकदम. क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप? Would you like to date a fan of yours? And
I mean, that's a little tricky question. I don't know. I'm not sure of that yet. So I don't know how to answer that. But I love all my fans in the fan and idol way.
Right.
I don't know anything else.
Vibhuti from Punjab, what was the worst rumor that you ever listened about yourself?
Worst rumor? I've actually not heard many rumors about me.
Okay.
I'm that way very rumorless.
Okay, this is Hetal22 Patel @Hetal22 Patel from Surat, Gujarat. Whom do you dedicate Theher Ja? This is an interesting question.
Yeah.
क्या आप dedicate करना चाहेंगे किसी को ये गाना?
I was doing a live session yesterday where I performed the acoustic version of Theher Ja. And I dedicated it to my Armanians, my fans. The reason why, because they have really messaged Varun so many times and requested him whether I could be the voice of October.
Right.
And I guess it's because of the love and the power of the fans that I have actually sung Theher Ja. So it's dedicated to all my fans, because if you guys weren't there, Theher Ja wouldn't have happened.
Right. You know, this is a question that I think a lot of people would be having, that as I mentioned in the beginning, you are like a superstar as far as music is concerned. But we still haven't seen you singing for, like say, you're singing for Varun for the first time now.
Yeah.
And you've been there for some time, and you've sung for Salman Khan like say 4 years back. So why is it that we don't hear your voice maybe like on a Ranbir Kapoor, on a like a Siddharth Malhotra on a regular basis? We have like a Badnamiya from Hair Story 4, which is beautiful as well. But at the same time, a lot of these, because it becomes like a collaboration.
Definitely.
You know, because they have
their fan following. And
exactly, Ji.
But I think this would be a start of that. I think this has set the ball rolling in many ways.
Correct.
I think many people will start now looking at doing this, where they'll be collaborating with me on different songs and different actors. So probably Ranbir.
Yeah.
And in the future projects, whatever may happen, I'm sure that something might happen because of Theher Ja. So like the way I've always wanted to sing for Varun and it happened, I'm sure that it'll happen for the other actors.
I'll tell you something honestly, when I heard it for the first time, I was quite shocked that this is the first song that you've sung for maybe Varun for that matter. So क्या हम ऐसा कर सकते हैं? This is just a hypothetical thing that I'm saying, that your uncle, Mr. Armaan Malik, I think he had this entire take that he used to approach the the producers and everyone for work.
Yeah.
And he had a very interesting way of, like, maybe there are stories of even like a washroom, he would just
I know
sing a
those
song
stories,
for
yes.
producer.
Yeah.
So can we see Armaan Malik maybe approaching on his own to certain stars?
I mean, that could be possible.
Because
yes.
it will be, I think your fans will be very, very happy if you see more collaborations.
Definitely. I think I should.
Yes, you should actually.
I'm not done it till now, but I guess it should.
Because like a Ranveer and Ranbir.
Well, Ranbir
Siddharth
Kapoor
Malhotra,
has
Tiger
mentioned
Shroff.
to me on multiple occasions, Ranbir Kapoor, that he really loves my voice, and in the future films he is going to give me a song. So, Ranbir, as you said, you mentioned Ranbir Kapoor. So hopefully something happens.
Yeah,
Ranbir.
and there are too many of them. Karthik is, I think he's really
Karthik
coming into his own right now. So
I mean, there are various reasons why also I have not sung. I mean, those are reasons best kept unknown.
okay.
But I'm slowly singing for a lot of people. So it's happening. It's finally with Theher Ja, with Varun. It's happened with a lot of other people.
इसका reason ये भी होता है कि that अगर आप honest होते हैं and if you have a voice of your own and if you like expressing yourself, क्या उससे भी कुछ फर्क पड़ता है?
I don't know the reason.
Okay,
He's trying to pry out the reason.
No,
no, I don't know the reason. But I'm really glad that Theher Ja has happened, because then people will see this as a door opening to different opportunities. So you're right in a way where this will open a lot of different opportunities for me as a singer. Definitely.
Right. And even if you can sing for, say, Salman Khan, why not maybe like a Shah Rukh Khan?
Yeah, so my next, many people have asked me, now that Varun has happened, the collaborations happen, who's the next person that you want to sing for? So, and they keep calling me Prince of Romance, that the fans keep calling me. So it's good to be collaborating with the King of Romance. It'll be really cool.
Good headline. Prince of Romance collaborating with King of Romance.
I'd love to sing for Shah Rukh Khan, definitely. I think that would be...
another headline. Okay. Good one. No, definitely. Because
you've got your video thumbnail titles.
Too many of them. Too many of them, bro. Too many of them, actually. Okay, and can we expect an acoustics version of Badnamiya from you? This is Shahina from Mauritius, once again.
I am planning acoustic version firstly of Theher Ja, because I think the song Theher Ja requires a really nice acoustic treatment
Must
also.
Must be.
So definitely I will share that with all my fans.
Okay, this is Sanisha from Durban, South Africa. If Deepika Padukone calls you up right now and is like, wanna go for a cup of coffee, what would your reaction be? Like, mine would be the same considering you asked me that.
I would be like, is Ranveer okay?
Ranveer okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What is the next part of the question that you were saying?
Mine would be the same considering you asked me that.
Okay, mine would be the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, they assume that I would
go for it. Right.
Definitely, I wouldn't not go for it.
Right.
I would love to go for it, but
it's just a coffee.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Ranveer should be okay with it.
It's just a coffee. It's just a coffee.
Yeah, definitely. I really love Deepika. I think she's really beautiful.
Nice, she is.
She's amazing.
Okay, this is the final one that we have as of now. This is Neha from Saharanpur. Ever went on a blind date? Have you ever?
No. I've always seen the person that I've gone for beforehand.
Right.
Yeah. Not a blind date done till now.
Okay, we won't delve into that because he already has said that he's rumorless. So we wouldn't want to go to... Rapid fire with Armaan Malik now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, आपने बनाए सब questions?
ये भी मेरी टीम है. मैं हर चीज़ में बच जाता हूँ actually.
So shout out to the team of Faridoon sir.
Yeah. लेकिन select मैं करता हूँ. That whether पूछना है कि नहीं करना है. Okay.
चलो done.
If you rate the following, how will you rate the following singers?
Okay.
Out of say 1 to 10.
Okay.
Okay. Sonu Nigam.
11.
Shan.
9.
Shankar Mahadevan.
10.
Okay. Mika.
7.
Armaan Malik.
That doesn't. I can't rate myself.
Okay, you can't rate it. Okay, so that's really interesting.
That if you leave it to my Armanians, they'll go for it.
Okay, so वो तो 25-30 बता देंगे उसको. Okay, if you met the following filmy characters, what would you do? Okay, if you met the following filmy characters, Chulbul Pandey.
Chulbul Pandey.
Yeah.
I would ask him when Dabangg 3 is coming out.
Right, Rancho from 3 Idiots.
Rancho from 3 Idiots. I'd like him to write my second year and third year exams for me.
Okay. Devil from Kick.
Devil from Kick.
Right.
I would like to ask him if I could borrow his mask.
Okay, that's interesting. All right. If you can comment on the following.
Okay.
Okay, if you can comment on the following. Remaking songs proves imaginative bankruptcy. What is your view on that?
Remaking songs proves
Imaginative bankruptcy.
मतलब ये थोड़ा मेरे उधर
ऊपर
से
से
गया है.
Basically, in the sense that since जैसे हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था
Okay.
कि maybe हमारे पास like
We don't have
original
music.
that is why we tend to
Okay.
just choose to remake.
No, actually, it's not because we don't have original songs. It's just because it's become easier to promote, songs that have already become hit in the past. It's easier to promote that because the songs in the past have already had a following of it. So if you release it today, also there are a lot of listeners who already heard that song.
Correct.
So the song will obviously get more popular than an original song because an original song takes time to grow on someone.
Okay.
So it's not because we don't have original music.
Okay. Bollywood maybe has not done justice to rural folk music as compared to other forms of music. Do you agree with that?
Rural folk music, of late, yes. I mean, earlier there used to be a lot of folk music also involved in Bollywood. Like example, I remember in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, there was this one section where these Rajasthani vocals happened by Ila Arun ji has sung those.
Maybe I think. Right.
So all these small little vocals and small little sections जो हमारी folk music में था, that's used to happen a long time. Abhi it's reduced quite a bit. So
okay.
I think it's because of definitely the usage of it has reduced now.
Okay, the trend of having too many voices for artists, for actors, do you think it's like what is your view on that? Because earlier
there used to be one voice
for like say Rajesh Khanna
and also for a long time Abhijit Bhattacharya used to be the voice for Shah Rukh Khan.
Right.
And there used to be Vinod Rathod for Sanjay Dutt.
Correct.
In Munna Bhai and all those songs. And
Udit Narayan for Amir Khan.
Actually, the kind of actors have also changed. And there is a lot of singers now rather than that time there used to be probably just four singers.
Correct.
4 or 5 singers. Now there are like more than 25 singers, 30 singers who are
Correct.
singing in the industry right
Correct.
now. So a lot of more people and a lot of more talent to be given chances. So I guess that's why different people are singing. But definitely I agree that pehle this voice and the actor used to be chosen very aptly.
Correct. The song playing on loop in your phone right now apart from Theher Ja.
Apart from Theher Ja. Okay. Like you were saying, it's playing on loop. Apart from Theher Ja, I really like Subha Subha. That's a really nice track. I think that's another loopy track.
No, definitely.
Which if I go on drives, I like putting that track on.
Nice, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
If you could change something about the music scene in Bollywood, what would you do?
And also, sorry, I must mention Tera Yaar Hoon Main from the same movie.
Tera Yaar Hoon Main.
Which is sung by Arijit, which is very cool.
Yeah, it's a wonderful song.
Yeah.
If you could change something about the music scene of Bollywood, what would you do?
More creative freedom.
More creative freedom.
Yeah, we've been curtailed a little bit, the musicians.
Okay, one song which you feel that you could have sung better later on when you felt that.
Well, I felt Tumhe Apna Banane Ka because I've also told you this before. I had sung that song as a scratch thing, and Amal released that only. And I told him I'm going to come back from my show and record it again. But then he released that only because he loved that version. So I felt I told him I wanted to re-record that. But till date, I have a few things that I would have changed about what I'd sung in that. But nevertheless, the song got a lot of love.
No, it did. It did. Finally, if someone had to impress you romantically, what song would that person have to sing?
That's tough because
it is.
I'm blank right now.
Yeah, because आपको बहुत से वर्जन मिलने वाले ना इसके बाद.
हाँ.
जो भी आप करेंगे उसके बहुत से वर्जन मिलेंगे आपको.
हाँ, पता है उनको. They're waiting for that. These are all fan questions.
No, this is not fan questions.
अच्छा, ये आपका question है.
Yeah.
Which you know the fans will respond to. I'm not sure. पता नहीं अभी मतलब someone should sing that for me if they want to.
Any song that comes to your mind.
I think हमें तुमसे प्यार कितना.
हमें तुमसे प्यार कितना.
I've told you before also that's a favorite song of mine. So if someone sings that,
right,
I would love it.
Okay, anything else apart from that? Because since you've said it in the past interviews.
Pehla Nasha.
Pehla Nasha. So you like Pehla Nasha?
I like Pehla Nasha.
Oh, great, wonderful. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your patience.
Thank you
today.
so much.
And congratulations for this song, and would love to hear much more from you, and
Definitely.
in terms of big films and big stars, because that's something that really should be happening now.
Yeah.
That should be happening now.
It's happening slowly. With Theher Ja is the
Yeah.
beginning of that.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you. Glad to join you.
Thank you. That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi everyone, मैं हूँ अरमान मलिक and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.